Not going to come down at number 2. Okay. I'm going to exit the suit now. Just thought I'd be fair and make an after show. Because I definitely want to talk to you guys about a few things. Okay? So this is your chit chat. Okay, so one, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I do not believe in practicing unsafe martial arts. And we need to talk about that. We need to talk about it right now as I strip for you. So ladies, pay attention. I'm stuck. Oh, there it is. Yeah, every now and again I get stuck in the suit. God help. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm a martial artist. I've been doing martial arts since I was 7 years old. I've been fighting in the streets since I was 6. It is not my job to convince you to believe that the story is true, but as they say, you can't make this shit up. My uncles, they were all military on my mom's side, were the ones that made me into the killing machine that I am. I am not ungrateful. I might be a little bit ashamed of what I've done and to whom I've done it to. I have apologized to a few. Some of them not worthy, but the one that is worthy of my apology, he told me that if I apologize to him one more time, he would shoot me. So, I'm not going to apologize to you anymore, Raymond. But shout out to Raymond. Leaving his last name off. I love you, brother. And you know, the thing about martial arts, alright? I want you guys to understand this. That this is probably the most important thing that's ever going to come out of my mouth. It's also probably the most honest thing that's ever going to come out of my mouth. So this is one of those videos where I don't give you 99.9. I give you the whole 1,000. And I need to do this before someone screams down the stairs and totally fracks up my video. First thing you need to understand, martial arts is not a game. It's not a chore. It is not a joke. And for the most part, for you true martial artists, it's not a fucking sport. Granted, it is a sport that makes money. Alright? And I say this lovingly to all you martial artists who have made it, because I haven't. Because I was never given a chance because I'm so fucking small and no one wanted to see if a guy who was 125 pounds could do anything. And now I'm 48 with a hip replacement. I still move fairly decent, but I would be a liability in the ring because of the fact that, one, getting hit fucking sucks. I don't give a fuck how tough you think you are. I don't give a fuck what kind of badass you think you are. Everybody's a badass until they get hit. I never claimed to be a badass. But I am a true martial artist. You need to be aware of every style in existence. Something that I lack. I was only aware of the styles that I studied. That was mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 is not being aware that I can get aware of other martial arts. Why is there no paper towels down here? These little bastards. I'm sorry. My nieces and nephews clearly used up all the paper towels as I fall down trying to find some because my nose is running. Well, that's just fan-fucking-tastic. No paper towels and there's no tissue. That means I'm going to have to go open up a box of paper towels. Be right back. Okay, so, you know, I didn't know about Kali, and I didn't know about the Filipino martial art, which I don't know the name of it, and I didn't know about Salat, right? Those are like 3 martial arts that I weren't aware of. I am aware of Krav Maga. It's not for me, but I am very much aware of it. And from what I've been told, a lot of people says that it sucks. I am aware of BJJ because I learned that shit when I was in the Army. Now, I want to talk to y'all. First, I want to talk to everybody that's a martial artist. probably do insult your martial art. Okay? You're either going to be mature and accept how I feel about it, or you're going to be really stupid and try to dojo storm me or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and be forewarned, because this is a warning, not an invitation. You come at me for the shit that I said without doing your research on me or about the shit that I've been through with that, whatever happens to you is on you. You show up at my door, you're going home in a bag. That's not a threat, that's a bona fide motherfucking promise, because if you're dumb enough to come across country, across state, across the world for internet beef, you get what you asked for, and you deserve it. And no fucks given. I never claimed to be a badass, but most badasses never claim to be a badass. I always tell people that warnings and invitations go hand in foot. But usually, you should probably take an invitation more as a warning versus an invitation. Because you don't know how good that person across the battlefield is until the first punch is thrown, and either you duck it or you take it like a champ. If you take it like a champ and you can get up and keep going, then you've done something. If you can't take it like a champ and you don't get up and keep going, that's on you. Because whatever happens after you go to sleep is on the guy beating your ass, or the girl. Because if you think that a girl can't whoop your ass because you were a guy, go watch some of these girls wrestling and doing some BJJ. Just saying, your gender has nothing to do with your ability to beat somebody's ass. First person ever taught me martial arts was a girl I had a crush on, who I still don't know if she was real or if she was a figment of my imagination. Jillian was half Eskimo and half Japanese. Excuse me, that's wrong. She's half Eskimo and half white. That's why I don't have any pictures of her from kindergarten. She never came to the first grade with us. Her parents was military, or one of her parents was military, and she lived in the projects with us. And I had the biggest crush on her in kindergarten. Of course, I had to meet her the second day of school, because the first day of school I spent getting glass out of my fucking head because I thought I could fly. Alright, that's irrelevant, but at that same time, it's very relevant. Getting hit in the face sucks. Getting kicked in the face, getting hit in the chest, getting kicked in the chest, getting hit anywhere on your body, getting kicked anywhere on your body sucks. And any martial artist watching this, if you do not agree, then you are not a martial artist, and you should stop teaching and close your shit down right now. Because y'all keep leaving this shit off. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with making money in the martial arts. There's nothing wrong with that. I completely agree. And there's nothing wrong with my sidekick that looks like this versus my sidekick that looks like this, which is a double down up, because some people go up down. It just depends on who you were teaching or who you were taught and how your body mechanics work. Versus my up down. Okay? Now this leg is the leg that had the hip replacement. Shit's never going to be accurate, which is why I'm trying to keep this leg from getting the hip replacement. But here's my down up. See how it doesn't work? Here's my up down. See? Still works. But I can't feel the power in this leg that I feel in this leg. And this has always been my standard kicking leg. But this tornado kick was way better than this tornado kick. And now it's not. See, being 1,000 with you, I know my limits now with this leg. I know that if I have to get into a fight, I gotta hurt you. And I gotta hurt you bad. I don't like saying that. I don't like promoting violence. But the reality is, I am 75% versus 100. Or, I'm secretly 100% because I can still do shit. It's just not as effective because even 6 years into this hip replacement, my body still feels pain when I do martial arts with this leg. Still feels pain. Again, another reason why I would never be able to get into any martial art career outside of making movies, which has been my ultimate goal in the first place. But when you're not given a chance because of belts and all these other bullshit regulations, you're kind of put on the back burner. And I want to put this out here. Some of the most dangerous martial artists on the planet don't have belts. Do not let a belt or a school system full of belts fool you. And just because you have a belt does not mean you can go out and beat everybody's ass. One more thing that I learned when I was learning martial art level BJJ or military level BJJ. Military level BJJ is supposed to be top of the line when it comes to military martial arts. But I had a drill sergeant, not one that I was assigned to, who was honest. He said, "Hey, this combative shit they teaching y'all is gonna get you fucking killed." And I really didn't know, because before I joined the Army, back when I was 16, I was taught by a Green Beret how to hurt people with my pinky and a spoon. So understand, if I tell you something, it's because I was taught it and I know what the fuck I'm doing. Whether you choose to believe me or not, I can't make you do that. I can only be honest with you. That's it. And I'm honest with you on this channel. Anything that I'm not honest with you, or if I misspeak, I remake the video so that I speak clearly and that I give you the 99.9. You guys know that. You've been with me long enough to know that. And if you don't know that, if you're new, now you do. And I think that lying to people doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help the situation. It only makes the shit worse, because the truth always comes out. And if you just tell the truth and get the shit over with, then you get the shit over with. Alright, when I was younger, I was really good at double nunchucks. Really good. As I've gotten older, I think I suck. You don't have to agree, but my personal feelings about myself versus how you see me, I think I suck. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, there's no room in here to actually get down and dirty. And if I get the chance, maybe later today after I post all these videos, I may go outside and do this. But again, I'm in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's cold as fuck. And I still need to reach out to 99 about changing my stage name from James Williams Sr. to Echo Fang Grey Wolf, because I'm going to have to build myself out as a Native American, or I'm never going to get work. Okay? So that being said, that part's done. I am multicultural. I am part black, part Native, and part white. No matter how you slice it, I could say I'm part white, part black, and part Native. No matter how you slice it, because that's kind of the way I learned. But I feel more Native than anything else, because I've started my reconnecting journey about 3 or 4 years ago, and the journey doesn't ever end. Just so that you know, it doesn't ever end. That's why the name is Echo Fang Grey Wolf until I die. Get used to it. Start calling me that, because that's what it's going to be. But the thing about double nunchucks, you see a lot of people on TikTok, and everybody explains nunchucks different. And I watched a video where a guy did this and then threw a guy, and I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying that at rapid speed, you got to be the Flash. I'm just saying, you got to be the Flash. Because everything that you see demo-wise, you have to slow it down so you can see the technique. Alright? Now, the problem with showing it down and showing you guys the technique is that even if you have the technique, you still have to worry about that son of a bitch that you're fighting. Because no one's going to throw a punch this slow. No one. It's going to be out there. That shit's coming at you at a rapid rate of speed. Your coherency, your eyesight, those things are factors. But the hand is quicker than the eye in most cases. So unless you are a cyborg or an enhanced human, you have mediocre senses just like everyone else. So my advice is, if someone's throwing a jab, is to block. Now, your blocks in Kempo are kind of like your blocks on Wing Chun. It just depends on who's teaching you. I've kind of combined them because I like knuckle blocks. So if you're throwing a punch and I knuckle strike your shit, instead of just like batting it out of the way or doing a kung fu block, which I show you guys, I will block and I will break and I will slide. It's also a Kempo block. But if I don't have time for that and all I have in my option block is a knuckle strike, then that's what I'm going to do. And you have to understand that when you are in a fight, when you are training, it's different. When you are in a fight, a good, honest to God slobber knocker, a beat down, a raw ass kicking, you're going to need to know what needs to be done at that moment. You're going in with the plan, throw that shit out. Because plans don't work in fights. You go in with one plan on your mind, and that's survival. Because anybody else that tells you, yeah, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to jab, I'm going to hit him, I'm going to jab, I'm going to uppercut. Yeah, you think that until you start throwing punches or receiving punches. Because if that bell rings and you're in a sporting event, and that bell rings, fight's on. And in real life, there's no goddamn bell. Understand the difference. So, let me break it down for you. I'm probably going to have to make a two-parter. Let me break it down for you, because I'm sure that battery's going to die. When you're in a sporting event, you have rules, regulations, and everybody has to follow them. You, me, your mama. We're in the streets. We're in a confrontation that started as a verbal argument that escalates into a physical confrontation. There ain't no damn rules. These things are coming to play if they're available. But if they're not, maybe you only got a shoehorn. If you are a true martial artist, everything you touch should be a weapon. I do not know how to beat you with a blade of grass, but I'm not beyond trying it. But everything in here will be something that I can use to bust your shit. And you need to be the same way. And if you're not the same way, your teacher either doesn't know it or hasn't had a need to utilize it or things like that. Like for instance, when I give you guys go watch my tree videos or my pole videos, you know, this is not the tree, this is not the pole, but this is how we can simulate it. Tighten this bitch up so that nothing happens. If your opponent can't get around this pole, he can't beat your ass. And if you are not a strong fighter, you need this technique. Alright? Your opponent's over here, you step here, you deliver. He's over here, you step here, you deliver. If he can't get around here, he can't kick your ass. If this was a tree or a pillar like that or a pole, and then you would be in good shape. There are plenty of those videos on my channel. You should go check them out. But this is about truth. And if you are going to get into a fight, you need to know how to fight. Period. You don't need to be good at it, but you need to know how to fight. And then there's always the people where I got a black belt, I can beat anybody. No. You just have a black belt. That does not mean you can beat everybody. It just means you have a black belt. Understand that shit. You got a blue sash, a red sash, a green sash. For me, that's just part of your fucking uniform. Same way I see a black belt. These belt systems are systems of control that either slow you down, hold you back, or keep you at a level that whoever's in charge don't want you to reach because you're probably already there. And a lot of people who go to these schools, y'all don't even know that shit. Y'all do not know that you're probably at a higher level than your belt says. I can't get a belt to save my dick unless I fight for it. Every school I've gone to, I had suggested to let us fight for our belts, and they have laughed me right off the fucking planet. No, we don't fight for our belts. No, you don't fight for your belts. No, what does that prove? It proves that the shit you taught me fucking works. That's what it proves. Yet, you still in some places have to choreograph a fight scene. And we had to do this in the Army. I didn't get that far because I got hurt and they wouldn't let me train because of profile. But when you go to combatives, to graduate combatives, you have to fight 3 drill sergeants. Now, and they actually get to hit you. There's no protection. They get to hit you. Okay? So you need to be worthy or worry of that. Now, I don't know how it's been since 2010, but either it's gotten better or it's gotten worse. But you need to understand 2 things. 1, getting hit fucking sucks. And 2, the belt system is just that. It is a system. When you first go to martial arts, depending on what school and what style, you already handed a white belt. And your first white belt can go 7th degree white belt before you can go 1st degree yellow. Shouldn't take 7 different damn white belts to get a yellow belt. It should take 7 different yellow belts to get a green belt. It shouldn't take 7 green belts to get an orange belt, a blue belt, a brown belt, a red belt, a black belt, depending on the belt system in which your school operates. If I ever get a school, there will be no fucking belts. I don't give a flying shit about belts because that belt, if you need it when you were fighting someone and you need to use that as an instrument of mass destruction, that's what it's for. If you need it to prove somebody that you can fight, the only damn thing that proves is that you have a belt to hold up your pants. Because I have beaten black belts in simple sparring matches doing shit that they've never seen before. So understand that shit. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm pretty sure this battery is going to die. So I need to go plug it up. Thank you for watching. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf.